Hackers can easily be the coolest people on TV, but when they're interrupting your personal life or sending everyone into overdrive at work, they become a devilish lot. Fortunately, we have a heroic body of hacker policemen to save the day, ethical hackers. They may not wear uniforms or flashy capes, but they are the greatest defense companies can have against intrusion. In this video, we're going to help you join their ranks by discussing the best programming languages for 2023. You can predict what they might be, so let's get into it. Assembly. Assembly is a low-level programming language that can help with deciphering information related to hardware. It works nicely when you need to gain hands-on knowledge of the operations of external devices. With the language, malicious hackers can develop malware for infecting systems. Understanding it will help you recreate software and dictate processor accesses. C. When it doubles as one of the easiest to remember letters of the English alphabet, C is also very effective at breaking into hardware. Its development in the 1970s makes it what we like to call a grandfather language, which, contrary to what you might think, makes it popular in the design of compilers, databases, and operating systems. You can use C to write quick programs and launch pending attacks on a software facility. C++. C++ is basically an upgraded version of C. When speaking of speed and high level of maneuverability in ethical hacking, it is one of the top languages that are likely to come to mind. C++ supports the functional, object-oriented, and procedural categories of programming, so you have little to worry about in terms of cross-platform applicability. We have included C++ on this list because it's useful for dodging activation schemes and the ease of imitating software. Bash. Like the name implies, Bash is pretty appropriate for knocking down security systems. It's not really considered a full-scale language for ethical hacking, but there are numerous instances when it can come in handy. It is the default command shell for multiple Unix systems and is also foundational in designing servers. Bash functions as a command line interpreter that delivers results in form of characters. It is great for easing your way into cyber defenses, and its automation qualities can help to achieve deeper penetration once you have access. Ruby. Ruby stands out when it comes to breaching a multi-purpose corporate system. It is the base language for Metasploit and is extremely useful when writing exploit code. Ruby is primarily centered on the web and it shares similarities with Python. Another reason we recommend it is because of its high level of flexibility. Because the Ruby on Rails framework is so popular in web applications today, it is perfectly sensible to learn the language that could prove useful in compromising them. Java. Although Java appears to have been pretty sidelined by its own sibling, JavaScript, it is very popular in computers today. Java is a general-purpose language that can be used for creating worms. With these, hackers can tiptoe around the document object model of internet browsers. It can also help you to execute simulations against own software to find vulnerabilities. JavaScript. JavaScript is one of the most popular programming languages in the world right now. Its wide use in web platforms is also a major reason for its appeal to black hat hackers. As an ethical operator, you need JavaScript to understand how it can be used to maliciously access data. JavaScript observes user activity, and through cross-site scripting or XSS, hackers could read cookie information. They do this by planting harmful scripts capable of reading data in the language, then sending it to the web browser. You can think of it as the Trojan horse technique of stealing data. SQL. SQL, or structured query language, is one of the most handy tools for breaching a system. Hackers find it very easy to use because it can fool networks built on the language into releasing protected data. When trying to breach a corporate database, for instance, hackers could enter a string of complicated programming jargon into search or sign-up fields, then scuffle them with whatever they find behind it. This is common in websites built using MySQL, SQL Server, and Oracle. You want to learn this language in order to develop strategies of resisting these attacks. PHP. PHP is commonly used in setting up websites. For black hat hackers, it is a language of choice for denial of service or DOS attacks. In these kinds of incursions, they compromise a website and try to prevent its services from being available to users. PHP's configuration as a server-side scripting language means that codes are targeted at the server and do not arouse any doubts in the host. Because it is spread through functional, object-oriented, and procedural categories, its knowledge will prove instrumental in ethically breaking into a platform and understanding its weaknesses. You can also become conservant in critical areas such as design and test architecture. Python. Python is a highly consistent language on the Programming Leadership Board. On our list, it is also the top language we recommend for ethical hackers in 2023. It is a general-purpose language that works smoothly for automation, analyzing malicious software, conducting forensics, and reverse engineering for ethical intrusions. One of Python's biggest strengths is the ease of learning it offers to new programmers. Because it is so similar to everyday English, executions are better enhanced. You will find an extensive load of libraries and an active software community to help you quicken your work and stay up to date on fresh developments. In recognition of this vast functionality, Python is known as the de facto language for ethical programming. And that's the end of today's video. If you think Python deserves to be at the top of this list, or you simply would rather pick another language, comment your thoughts below. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.